Many speculate on consciousness, higher dimensions, and the possibility of contact with supernatural beings. And even if this involves their real personal extrasensory experience, is that what it's all about? In order for it to have value, one must understand the meaning and purpose of life. The meaning of life, logically reasoning on this subject, is to realize its purpose. Or this meaning can be given to life by enabling someone else to do so, which can be considered an achievement of a similar rank to the so-called assist in scoring a goal in a football match. And what could this purpose be? In order to answer this, one must determine one's own relationship with the world. Whether this relationship arises from the perspective of a flesh and blood human, or the so-called soul. An element that endures despite events and progress or the passing of time. The next element needed to answer what purpose is the relationship to the content hidden behind the word God, which indicates the creative intention in which we live and which in one way or another we realize, and which knows the purpose we are seeking. People have developed two ways of understanding this content. Point one is to constantly stick to the belief in the guidance of God's creative plan, the other is to recognize its superior role. But leaving the direction of progress to be determined by man himself, it can also be assumed that the world is not directed by any founding plan, and in this case the goal is a matter of one's own exclusive invention. But in such a case, the principles set by the world, uncontrolled by any superior plan, indicate a much greater risk that the set goal may achieve any aspect of durability, which does not seem to be very motivating to strive to set and achieve the goal. There is wisdom developed over hundreds of years, saying that curiosity is the first step to hell. And why? Well, it can be assumed that curiosity is a kind of instinctive search for inspiration to find the goal. So, there is wisdom developed over hundreds of years that says that curiosity is the first step to hell. And why? Well, it is possible to assume that curiosity is a kind of instinctive search for inspiration to find the goal. From the above, it follows that hell, a synonym for an extremely undesirable state, is simply ignorance of the goal. And striving for it without proper guidance and prior knowledge can bring failure. This goal is achieved by hypothetical beings whose fruitless human aspirations, fueled by the uncertainty behind curiosity, are the crowning failure defined by the word hell.